Super Cool Radio.
Hello, everyone. I'm Matthew Thomas. This is Super Cool Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a great guest joining me at this time. He's a drummer for an awesome Atlanta-based hard rock band that recently released a new single entitled The Fly Radio Edit. Please welcome Adam Jaffe from Pistols at Dawn.
What's up, brother? Thank you so much for having me today. The band is truly grateful.
Nice to have you on. I'm glad here chatting with you. I know we got quite a bit to discuss. You played just recently Taste of Madison. You're on tour with Fozzy and Ugly Joe Kid. You got the new single Fly out. There's so much to discuss here with Pistols at Dawn.
Yes, we literally just got back from Wisconsin yesterday, and we played Springfield last weekend for a suicide prevention benefit, and now we're getting ready for Vegas, and then we've got tour after that.
All right, on. So before we jump into all that, I got a fun question I've been asking my guests this season. So I'm curious for you, if you could have dinner with any two musicians from history, living or deceased, who would they be?
Oh, man. That's impossible. Any two musicians in history. I would love to have dinner with Freddie Mercury and Dave Grohl. I think that would be a kick-ass dinner.
That sounds amazing. Two amazing musicians. Both those do come up quite a bit when I ask that question, and rightfully so, just for how awesome they are. So two great picks.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so now diving in, as I said, you guys were on tour with Ugly Joe Kid and Fozzy over the summer, I believe, spring, summer-ish this year. How was that tour?
Yeah, so we just came off the road 40 days, coast to coast, and then we did another half of the country with Alter Bridge and Mammoth WVH. We started with them. We were playing in front of 6,000 to 8,000 a night in some of the best theaters in the country. We did the entire western side from the Midwest all the way over, starting with Alter Bridge. And then we did the entire country coming back from California all the way to Florida with Fozzy and Ugly Kid Joe. Both tours were incredible. We played so many iconic theaters and music halls and other music venues that, I mean, we're just truly blessed. And the bands were all just such gentlemen and so nice and professional and helpful. Their crews were helpful. And just getting in front of their crowds and doing our thing and just being able to play and not worry about the logistics or anything was just a blessing. And, we threw down. We didn't have one off night. To be honest with you, and we just killed it. And we came back in June 5th, and we're ready for more.
Oh, no, right on. Actually, I accidentally said Ugly Joe Kid instead of Ugly Kid Joe. So if I wanted to make that correction for no one gets upset with me. But both tours sound amazing. I saw Alter Bridge and Mammoth. Unfortunately, it was on the eastern side in Chicago.
Yes.
But they always deliver a killer show to awesome bands. So really glad you had that opportunity to tour with them, hitting up a lot of the West Coast states, and of course Fozzy, Ugly Kid Joe, two great bands as well. So I'm glad you had those awesome tours. So I'm curious, for both of those tours, what were some highlights from both tours?
Playing the Paramount in Seattle, 8,000 people, absolutely unbelievable. Playing the Machine Shop on the other tour with Fozzy and Ugly Kid Joe in Flint, Michigan, incredible. Playing outdoor venues, playing honestly just some of the most iconic music halls. I don't even know how to explain it. Every single night was so special, playing in venues that you grew up hearing about all over the country, and so we hit so many of them, and so every day was just like a gift. To be honest with you, those were really the highlights, to be honest.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I saw some photos and videos from those tours. I know I did see you guys played Indianapolis, which is not too far away from me. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, but the Hi-Fi Annex, which is awesome. It's an outdoor venue. It was
we love that show. That was a great show. That annex, the outdoor venues, it was so cool. There, St. Petersburg, Florida. We just played another outdoor show. Obviously, Taste of Madison on Saturday, and just it's so cool being outside in that festival type environment.
Oh no, definitely for sure. And I did want to discuss, since at the time of the recording of this interview, you are barely a day removed from Taste of Madison, barely 24 hours. So how was Taste of Madison? How was the whole thing? Looked awesome. Saw some photos last night of it. So how was it for you?
Amazing. I mean, we played with some of the best bands in the U.S. We played with Nonpoint. Otherwise, we played with Taproot. We played with Cairo Knife Fight and Breach, and it was just a big family kind of barbecuing back, just everybody hanging out, catching up. Everybody was so cool. Everyone from Nonpoint to otherwise, just the nicest, coolest guys you could ever ask to play a show with. And the WJJO crew, Ski from WJJO, everybody was so helpful. And we sold tons of merch, and just the people out in the Midwest are the biggest rockers. We were just grateful to be there and be a part of it.
Oh, no, definitely looked like an amazing time. I've heard a lot of great things about Taste of Madison for over the years, and I'm glad that you had an amazing experience.
Yeah, I mean, just looking up from the stage, and you see this packed kind of mall, this giant area, and then you've got the capital of Wisconsin in the background, the Capitol House in the background, and with the big rotunda, and it's just an iconic moment. As a musician, everybody wants to play Taste of Madison because it's such a monster rock festival with WJJO, and we love to be there, and hopefully we'll be there. Maybe we'll be headlining it next year. We'll see where we are.
Hey, you never know, and I do hope you guys get to that point, because, again, awesome festival to be part of. I love the Capitol building. Such a cool aesthetic to have, because you're literally just right downtown Madison for the festival.
Incredible.
Definitely. So I do want to talk about, you played some great shows, but also you guys have been gaining success on the radio side with the new single Fly Radio Edit. It debuted on the SMR Active Radio Charts at #1 in top ads and #2 in greatest gainers in just the first week.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have this response and receive so much support for the single just in the first couple weeks?
We're beside ourselves. We were tied with Metallica, top 2 on Mediabase ads first week, and #1 on SMR, and it was the type of thing where we knew we had something special when we recorded it. It was just one of those, kind of aha moments where you knew you had a special song. And so when it came out, we were just grateful that people received it so well. And obviously our radio team, Amplify, they kill it. Tracy and Drew over at Amplify, they kill it. And, radio stations across the country have just welcomed us. And, we've been doing radio for a while now. We went back to back Billboard Top 40 with our last two tracks from Ascension. And this is our third one from Ascension. And, we did the radio edit because we didn't want as much screaming. That was really the only major change. We didn't want as much screaming on the track. And we also had a new vocalist named John Suktu Singh. And we put him on it, and we put our guitarist Will, our shredder, badass, holy crap, amazing 22-year-old Van Halen prodigy guitarist Will James on there. And, we knew we had something special, and it's just moving up the charts as we speak. Hopefully we'll come into the top 40 on Mediabase, Billboard, and SMR next week. That's our hope and goal. And then we just want to keep going from there as we head into tour, because we're planning a headline tour now for mid-October, early November.
Well, right on. Before we start talking about that, because that sounds amazing, I just want to say it's so cool to see just how much support you guys have received over this. I really like the radio edit of it. You guys, again, you didn't really change you changed some of the parts, but you kept the structure the same. But I really like what you did add, and changing up, not as much screaming, killers, guitars. I like what you guys did with it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was funny. Our radio team called us up and they were like, well, we love the song. This is definitely the song that needs to go to radio, but some of the radio stations just aren't going to play it as much because of all the screaming. And they were like, we want you to go back into the studio. And we don't love going back after the work is finished and perfect in our minds, but they convinced us and they were just like, nope, you got to do it. And so my guys just were like, "No, let's do it." And we had it done in 72 hours, and I love it. I mean, it's just beautiful and melodic, and the non-screaming parts now are just beautiful, and it's a true love song, and it's heavy and it's powerful, and hopefully it's a universal track, and we're getting a lot of traction both at radio, obviously, and stations have already picked it up that we've never had before, which is a true blessing, and then obviously when we play it live, it's being well received.
Oh, no, definitely, for sure. And I'm very happy for all the support you have received for it. I've been really digging what you guys have been doing lately, and I do want to talk about, so you mentioned a headlining tour coming up in the fall. Can you give any hints at this time, like, how long the tour, where are you going, anything like that?
Yeah, so after the success of our touring, and then after the back-to-back billboards and everything we've been doing, our booking people and our management, they felt strongly that we could go headline and do our first major headlining tour, and they hit us with 30 cities the other day, and they're locking in the bookings now. I can't say exactly where we're going to go quite yet as they lock in the bookings, but they sent me a list of 30 cities, and it touches a big chunk of country through the Midwest, Southeast, Southwest, Northeast. A lot of cities we've never been to were on this list, which we're very excited about, especially on the East Coast. We've done a lot of touring in the Midwest and West. We haven't been as much in the East Coast, so a lot of them are there. The Southeast, places we've never been before. And so we're really just going to hit a whole gamut, especially radio cities that are supporting us and radio cities we want to get into. And, we're just stoked about putting together a headlining show. We've got some very cool bands that look like they're going to be on the bill with us that have already signed on. I can't get into them yet until we announce. But we're going to make it one of the most badass tours of the year. I can assure you of that. We're not going to go out unless it's going to be special, unless we're going to do something people haven't, necessarily seen before. We're just going to try to give them something unique and make a statement.
All right, on that sounds awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the full list of cities. I love to see you live. Hopefully that does happen at some point. But I do want to talk about, so is it a little bit different for you guys, like, because obviously you've been opening for bands like Alter Bridge, Fozzy, Ugly Kid Joe. Is it different, like, trying to put together a headlining set compared to, like, an opening slot set?
Opening slots are fun. Opening slots are easy. They give you the amount of time that you get. It's kind of like playing a festival too. You get a set amount of time, and you can stick whatever you want in there. And we always look at it as a challenge to make a real rock show. So, for example, on the Alter Bridge tour, we had 25 minutes. And I don't know, you didn't see us on that tour, but the people who did, they would tell you we came out and put on a rock show in 25 minutes. I mean, we do Will, our shredder, he does an amazing solo to start the set from side stage, walks on, fade to black. It's beautiful. I mean, we put on a show. We throw 2 solos into our sets now. We played 30 minutes on Saturday with 2 solos. We play a cool cover. We put on a show no matter what the time length is. Now, what makes it interesting for us is that we're, when we do our first big headlining tour, we want to give the listener, and we want to give people who come to these shows the true Pistols at Dawn experience. So not only are we going to put on a show, we're going to play songs that they've always wanted to hear live, that they've never heard live, because you can only do so much when you open. We're going to give them deep cuts. We're going to give them new songs that are going to be on the 2024 album that are just pimp and ridiculous, and we can't wait for y'all to get. We're going to give them acoustic cuts. Maybe they'll be this solo. Maybe they'll be that solo. We're true rockers. We don't use tracks, and we're just going to make it a real rock show so that it's something that sticks with them. When people ask, what was one of your favorite tours, and they ask that 20 years from now, we want them to say, when I saw Pistols at Dawn in the fall of 23, that, my friend, was a badass show. So that's what we hope to bring.
Oh, that sounds incredible, and I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully getting the chance to see you guys. I know you guys put a lot of effort into sounding great and also putting on a great show. And it sounds like with the headlining tour, it's gonna be very dynamic, where it's gonna be hard rocking, but also deep cuts and acoustic sets, acoustic songs. So I think it's gonna be a very dynamic set for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna put us out on the road like this, and we've got some very, very strong bands with us that we're very excited about, we're gonna make a statement. There ain't gonna be no, we're just gonna get up there, play a bunch of songs for an hour, and get off. We're gonna get up there and give you a real friggin' rock show.
That's badass. That is awesome. And I do want to talk about, not to overshadow, you guys have this show. You guys have a great Vegas show coming up on September 28th. You guys, and I believe Sleep Theory are going to be a Hard Rock Live. For anyone thinking about going out, traveling out, like, what can they expect from this show?
Well, you've got some of the best of the newest bands in the entire country playing this bill, with Sleep Theory, Oxymorons, us, and I believe there's one other band. And I just think, we're playing on the Strip in Vegas. What could be better at Hard Rock Live? And Sleep Theory is dope as hell, man. I mean, those boys really got it going on all over the country right now. And, we're just, again, very excited about the trip, very excited about the show, and we'll do nothing else but throw down with those guys. And, there's no weak links here. You're not going to have like your crappy opener and then your amazing headliner. It's just going to be badass, and badass. And that's the type of bill we like to be on, similar to Taste of Madison. All the bands just threw down. It was awesome. But Vegas is going to be like that. And I have to throw in also, sometime very soon, there's going to be an announcement. We're going to Europe. It's time to go to the UK and cross the pond and stick our flag, the PAD flag, right in the center of London. And that's going to come up sometime very soon.
Well, all of that sounds amazing. Show at Hard Rock Live, it sounds like it's going to be incredible with some great bands. And also, I'm very happy for you guys to tour Europe. There'll be Pistols and Dawn has not played in Europe before, have they?
Nope.
It'll be first time. Okay, right on.
Yep.
That is awesome. You guys are definitely making a lot of big moves lately. Obviously with the radio side, but also with the touring side as well. Yeah,
man. I mean, this is our time. We're rolling with Ascension. We're having amazing outcomes with our current album. But the 24 album is already, I'd say, halfway written, maybe 60% written. The music's ridiculous, and we're just so excited about it. And so we're just trying to get as many tours going as possible. And presuming this headline goes well, we're going to obviously do a full headlining tour. We'll do more legs. We'll do more legs of this tour, and then coming into 24, as soon as we put the album, boom, we'll get right back out there. Obviously we still want to open up for some very big bands, and we'll do that in 24 as well. Maybe at the end of this year as well. They're trying to book us now, and we're just not going to stop. Basically, we've hit our stride, and we've got lots of music to put out, and we've got a new album that's going to come out, and we're just ready to go. And the more places we can play and the more people we can come into contact with, the happier we are. It just makes us it's like our heartbeat, man. I mean, every time we play a show and every time we get to be with people and actually connect and actually meet with them after the show and whatnot, that's our lifeblood. That's our DNA in Pistols at Dawn. We're real people, and we want to be with other people.
Oh no, right on it, definitely, for sure. So I'm gonna close out this interview soon, because I know you're very busy with everything, and I know I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more stuff from Pistols at Dawn. But I'm curious, you've been mentioning a new album in 2024. Can you give any hints, like what people can expect from you guys with this new album?
Hands down, the absolute best album we've ever written. And that's what I can guarantee. The writing has just been, we're already 10 songs in, and that might be where we stop. Might be 10, might be 11. But I'm just saying, it just came out like butter, like melted butter, like sticking a knife through melted butter, man. I mean, it was just that easy and that fun and that cool. And we were kind of limited previously. We kind of, we had kind of a recipe of how we did things. But we made some changes after the last tour and just made a decision we were going to really open it up and go diverse. And, we're going to have a true ballad. And I can't even tell you, we're going to have strings and, we're going to have violin and cello on the ballad. And we're going to bring in a feature, we'll bring in a female feature. We're going to have heavy. We're going to have a cover. We've never released a cover ever. And we've got a very cool idea for one. Our shredder had an idea for one that I didn't even believe in, but he's pulling it off and the band's pulling it off. So we're going to do it. And it's just, you're going to get a taste of everything, the heavy, the soft, the ballad, the cover, the pop, the power pop-esque. You're going to get it all from us. And it's going to be the best album you've ever heard from us, but it's still going to be very PAD. I mean, it's all going to sound very PAD. It's just going to be supercharged. We're going to work with one of the best producers in the world. We'll announce that when the time comes. And, we're not going to stop and put it out until we can look at each other in the eyes and say, yep, we got it. Now we can give it to the world, because I don't want to put it out. I don't want to put this next album out unless it's one of the best albums in the world next year. I mean, I want to personally be one of the biggest fans of this album before I put it out. Same with the rest of my band. And so that I'm not trying to sound arrogant or anything, but we're going to put out one of the best albums in the world next year. We're very confident we can do that.
Oh, no, right on. And I know, with you guys, with the new pieces you've added, what you guys have been doing lately, I'm very confident as well that what you're saying, you're going to back it up as well with the new music. I'm definitely looking forward to it because I'm very excited, for you guys with the kind of all the very different and diverse set of songs that you just laid out. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it all comes together. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, we're just in the middle of just being happy and fun. And, we did the monster tour grind, 40 cities back to back. And honestly, we came out of it even stronger. And so right now we're just like a bull running down, Pamplona during running of the bulls. Right now, we're just ready to basically gore the fuck out of everyone. Let's go.
Oh, I love that. Great reference, by the way. I can dig that, and I can definitely see you guys have been really gaining momentum, and you guys have really been building as a band over even just the last year to 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, we've made some changes to the lineup. Anytime you're going to be in a serious high-level pro band, touring the world, stuff like that, it's big business and it's a grind. It's a lot of work. It's more work than people imagine. The travel, especially, it's a ton of work. It's a ton of grind. People's demons really come out when they're on the road. And, I mean, things happen. Things change. When Dave Grohl gives his interviews and he's like, I'm the sixth drummer of Nirvana, you kind of like scratch your head and like, why? And the reality is that as time goes, life happens and things happen and things change and people have kids and this, that, the other. And we made some lineup changes, but they were always to improve the band when we did, or if we had to. And we've loved every lineup we've had so far, but we feel very strong that this is the lineup that's going to take it all the way, to take it as far as it can possibly go. And, we're just blessed because we genuinely we have so much fun together as a unit, and we're such a unit. So the four of us now, it's just like, I don't know. It's, put your knuckles together because it's special.
Oh, no, definitely right on. And I'm looking forward to it. And again, yes, you guys have definitely really grown as a band. You're definitely, I think, really gaining the momentum. And I think just seeing photos and pictures of you guys having a great time and, actually enjoy playing with each other, which is great. Great to have that kind of camaraderie and friendship within a band.
Undoubtedly. I mean, if you don't have it, it just makes it it's so dramatic and tense, and it's just too much stress. And we're all very, very, very dear friends, and we care about each other. All of us care about each other a lot. And you have to have that when you work this much, this close, and I don't see any end in sight for this unit.
Oh, right on. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. And so, closing out this interview, you got some great plans in the works, as you said, with your European tour, headlining tour, new album, all of that stuff. So, if anyone's looking for more info on Pistols at Dawn, where are the best places to find PAD online?
Yes, please go online, follow us. We engage like crazy. We want comments like crazy. We're one of those bands that actually wants to connect with people. Please don't hold back on that. pistolsatdawnband.com, Pistols at Dawn Band on Facebook, Pistols at Dawn Official on Instagram, and you can find all the links on our website as well. And we would be grateful for as many followers as possible.
Oh, no, right on. I will drop some links for PAD in the description of this podcast. Please check out and support them. Give them a like and follow. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and you will get some great content and interact with them as well.
Absolutely. And we just want to thank you for having us today, for having me on your show. Just know that you say the word, we're back anytime you want us, no matter how big we get.
All right on. Well, we're definitely going to do follow-up or an in-person. We'll see. Whatever happens, I know we can work it out, and it'll be nice to have you back on.
I like what you just said. In person. Yes, in person. We'll come out to your neck of the woods.
Hey, man, I would enjoy that. So, hey, on any of those tours, man, if I can make it out, I will definitely set that up.
Sounds perfect, my brother. Thank you.
Very welcome, very welcome. For Adam of Pistols at Dawn, I'm your host always, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.